My name is Anand Narsimhan and I am coming to you live from Kovai, the Kongu Nadu belt, Tamil Nadu, ladies and gentlemen, famous for the Kongu Nadu cuisine, also the hotbed for automobiles industry, the textile manufacturing equipment and a host of others. From the time hydroelectricity came to this city in the 1930s, it also became the hotbed of cotton, and not far from Coimbatore is Tirupur, the hub for all textile manufacturing. But this also is the home of the Gounders who form the backward caste. Why are we in Tamil Nadu and what are we going to speak about? Well, that's the latter half of this edition of The Right Stand, and we'll build up because there's something special coming your way even tomorrow here on CNN News 18. But right now, let's focus our attention towards Lok Sabha 2024, the build-up, and of course, the ruling DMK's ally, the Congress party and its national ambitions. One of the Congress's leaders, is he making his way back into Amethi after deserting Amethi or running away from it as his opponents or his detractors term it? What is he doing as part of the Nyay Yatra? Is it justice? Well, Mr. Rahul Gandhi himself has said that the Congress is Mohabbat ki dukaan. But frankly, his utterances as the Nyay Yatra passes through UP, in order to rile up and attract the OBC grouping, which is about 69% of the vote share, and where the Congress believes that they will all come together under the entire Hindutva pitch of the BJP. Have his utterances been really unifying? Have these utterances been socially awakening? Or have they largely been divisive in nature, trying to divide and rile? Now that we leave it to your judgment, but the statements, his utterances, asking a journalist who's your employer after he finds out his name, and whereas the journalist himself was reportedly from the backward caste, him taking pot shots at film actors and especially those who attended the Pran Pratishtha of Ramlala in Ayodhya, him then taking other pot shots and also youth of Kashi, very clearly trying to take and push the needle with the needling somewhere. Is this all par for course, or is this only further trying to push things to a corner where the fight becomes ugly, not just on the streets but verbally so? How is somebody who himself proclaimed to be a Janeyudhari playing up this caste divide is another big question. Is this caste census of jiski jitni sankhya bhari going to actually help the Congress party? And him riling up during his Nyay Yatra, is it really justice? Is it really batting for social justice? Or is it anyay? We debate that between the BJP and the Congress this edition of The Right Stand first up. But to start with, listen into what Mr. Rahul Gandhi has said. Some of his videos that are going viral and not perhaps for all the right reasons.
आपके मालिक का क्या नाम है? आपके मालिक का क्या नाम है? क्या नाम है? नाम बताओ, नाम बताओ। ओए मारो मत यार, मारो मत उसको, मारना नहीं है, मारना नहीं है। नाम बताओ उसका। वो ओबीसी है? नहीं। वो दलित है? नहीं। वो आदिवासी है? नहीं। अरबपति है वो। आपने राम मंदिर का फंक्शन देखा? देखा? उसमें आपने एक ओबीसी चेहरा देखा, एक दलित चेहरा देखा, एक आदिवासी चेहरा देखा? नहीं, उसमें एक नहीं था। उसमें अमिताभ बच्चन थे, ऐश्वर्या राय थी, नरेंद्र मोदी थे। 73% का एक व्यक्ति नहीं था उसमें। कभी कहेंगे उधर देखो भैया अमिताभ बच्चन नाच रहा है, वो देखो भैया उसके साथ ऐश्वर्या राय नाच रही है। आप लोग इधर उधर देखोगे, मजदूरों की बात नहीं होगी, किसानों की बात नहीं होगी। वाराणसी में देखा मैंने, रात को बाजा बज रहा है, ठहर जा, बाजा बज रहा है, वहां पे शराब पिए सड़क पे लेटते हुए बाजा बज रहा है। यूपी का भविष्य रात को शराब पिए नाच रहा है, डांस कर रहा है। नशे में।
Are all the claims that he is making in a public gathering, should somebody actually fact check Mr. Rahul Gandhi? Should somebody ask him, does he really want to speak with facts or devoid of facts? There is a lot that can be said about some of his utterances, ladies and gentlemen. But why is he doing it is what is important. Ajay Alok of the BJP with us. We should have the voice from the Congress, Mr. Vinod Bansal, joining us any moment now. But Mr. Ajay Alok, is this going to help the Congress garner crucial OBC votes? Is this going to lure the OBC away from the BJP, Samajwadi Party, and also the SC/ST tribes, all of them, the backward caste, the entire grouping, away from some of the regional parties like the BSP also? Is this actually going to sway things in favor of the Congress in UP?
Well, the Congress is not doing this, and Mr. Rahul Gandhi is not doing it unintentionally. It's a very much scripted script what he's been doing. And let me tell you, it's just to appease Muslims, not OBC or ST or SC. It's just to appease Muslims. His babs at drinking the future of the UP and the future of India is drunk and on the road, and that too in Banaras. All this has a very specific meaning attached to it. He did it intentionally because he was on the land of Baba Vishwanath, and he did it intentionally by just looking at one person. And when he looked at that person, when he was on the yatra, that means probably in the yatra somebody was drunk. He never bothered to inquire that. Look at the kind of utterances he made against a fellow journalist of yours when he is being intimidated and asked, "Batao, batao kya jati hai tumhare malik ki kya jati hai?" I mean, looking at his utterances, don't you feel he has lost his mental balance or something? Anand, just imagine a leader whom you call a crown prince, a self-proclaimed crown prince, who wants to be king, who wants to be the prime minister of this country. And he's talking to a local journalist, threatening him and asking his people not to beat him. Just because his Malik is not an OBC, his Malik is not an SC or ST. Is this the level you stoop to when you're talking to a journalist? This is nothing. This is absolute utter frustration, desperation, and losing your mental balance. And suddenly, he doesn't find time to go and visit Ramlalla. He doesn't find time to do that. But today he has found time to take 2 days off from Yatra to visit Cambridge. So this is the kind of sanity he has towards everything he is doing. So we are not concerned what Rahul Gandhi is doing, what he is not doing, but it's a shame for Indian politics that a grand old party is being represented by a person like Rahul Gandhi, and they cannot find a suitable alternative. It's up to them.
Sir,
if they have decided to get themselves in the rot,
Rahul Gandhi currently,
we cannot help it.
No,
we are happy about it.
Here is the thing. No, sir. You should not be happy because this is the opposition in the country, and this is the language and tone of the opposition today, which is far from any ounce of muhabbat at all, any ounce of love. It is absolute disgust, divisive lines and hate, as the utterances are and the tonality of the utterances are. Correct me if I am wrong, Mr. Vinod Bansal. Is that not taking away from merit? If a journalist is openly being accosted and being questioned about their caste, is it not being said that, listen, somebody who's of a particular caste, only the caste matters, merit doesn't? Is it not challenging the entire ability and the work of a certain group of people when you take their name? And one of those people, one of the biggest stars of our country, and a luminary in his own right, a legend in his own right, and a close friend of Mr. Rahul Gandhi's father himself, whose name he is sullying, whose daughter-in-law's name he is openly there sullying and mocking. So these rules of respect don't apply to leaders who are in public life. Those who aspire to be prime ministers of our country tomorrow, in the future sometime. Is this the language they can utter, that they can take anybody and everybody's name and mock them, laugh at them and scoff at them?
This question was put
Mr. Vinod Bansal, can you hear me?
No, I am not Vinod Bansal, so I did not answer. I am Vivek Bansal. And
Vivek Bansal ji, sorry. My apologies. My apologies. It was a slip of tongue. I openly apologize. Vivek Bansal ji, namaste. Please, go ahead, please.
First of all, I am not completely aware about what all, because I was told that basically this debate is on this Gadbandhan and the seat sharing and the Bharat Jodo Yatra. So there is some change in the topic, and so I must let me just admit it. I am not
No, sir.
not aware
No, sir.
about-
These are. No, Ms. Vivek Bansalji. These are exactly presence of Mr. Rahul Gandhi in Uttar Pradesh, and this is totally. These are all utterances that he has made as part of the Nyay Yatra. So Bharat Jodo Yatra Part 2, the Nyay Yatra. Since you have just joined us, please listen into what we. Let's play that out again for the convenience of Mr. Vivek Bansal and for our audiences. Can we play out those sound bites of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, please? And then Mr. Bansal, please react.
आपके मालिक का क्या नाम है? आपके मालिक का क्या नाम है? क्या नाम है? नाम बताओ, नाम बताओ। ओए मारो मत यार, मारो मत उसको, मारना नहीं है, मारना नहीं है। नाम बताओ उसका। वो ओबीसी है? नहीं। वो दलित है? नहीं। वो आदिवासी है? नहीं। अरबपति है वो। आपने राम मंदिर का फंक्शन देखा? देखा? उसमें आपने एक ओबीसी चेहरा देखा, एक दलित चेहरा देखा, एक आदिवासी चेहरा देखा? नहीं, उसमें एक नहीं था। उसमें अमिताभ बच्चन थे, ऐश्वर्या राय थी, नरेंद्र मोदी थे। 73% का एक व्यक्ति नहीं था उसमें। कभी कहेंगे उधर देखो भैया अमिताभ बच्चन नाच रहा है, वो देखो भैया उसके साथ ऐश्वर्या राय नाच रही है। आप लोग इधर उधर देखोगे, मजदूरों की बात नहीं होगी, किसानों की बात नहीं होगी। वाराणसी में देखा मैंने, रात को बाजा बज रहा है, ठहर जा, बाजा बज रहा है, वहां पे शराब पिए सड़क पे लेटते हुए बाजा बज रहा है। यूपी का भविष्य रात को शराब पिए नाच रहा है, डांस कर रहा है नशे में।
Now, Bansalji, what would you like to say? Is this Nyay or Anyay?
No, it's not. He's just, what basically he's fighting for. He's fighting for the Dalits, OBC. So he's mentioning that in this Ram Darshan there were not people from the OBCs or definitely all celebrities were there who incidentally belong to. So he's just pointing out that maybe, exceeding. I would not like to say that, but. It is just basically highlighting those things, those incongruities you may say, or anomalies which he has noticed in this Ram Lala Darshan. I think it should have been a melange of all people for having different backgrounds and people coming from all castes and communities, and this is basically what India is. So Adivasi leaders should have been. So he's just highlighting that. That's what I feel, and I would not like to comment much on that.
So merit does not matter.
No, definitely merit
Somebody
matters.
by the dint of their hard work, somebody by the dint of their hard work with no godfather, with nobody, works hard day in and day out. At the end of the day, their hard work, their merit does not matter. What their surname is, their caste, only that matters for Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
No, definitely caste is material in the present day world, and this is very unfortunate and bane of this modern day democracy in a country like India. Caste has become predominant. On the one hand, we tend to say that patriotism, we tend to talk about pan India and feeling of Indian or Hindustani or Bharatvasi. On the other, we notice that caste is playing a very predominant, be it distributing tickets in the elections and all. This is something very, very unfortunate.
Sir,
despite the fact that
I just want to ask you, Vivek Bansalji, who's the president of our country, sir?
No,
Who's
no,
the prime
president
minister of our country, sir?
No.
Who
President, definitely
was
she's an Adivasi.
who were four sections. No, he mentioned Ramlala Pran Pratishtha. Do you know, sir, who the Dome Raja is, sir? The Dome Raja represents the lowest caste, subcaste among Harijans. He's the king of the lowest subcaste among Harijans. He's the Dome Raja. The Dome Raja was there at the Pran Pratishtha. Why did Mr. why is that escaped Mr. Rahul Gandhi's notice? Do you know what Mr. Amitabh Bachchan or Ms. Aishwarya Rai's caste is? Is he faulting them? Is he faulting them or is he pointing them? Is Mr. Bachchan, was Mr. Bachchan not Mr. Rajiv Gandhi's friend, sir? His own father's friend, a family friend? Why is he taking an 80-year-old octogenarian's name and telling him that these are people dancing there? Is that not an outright insult to a legend who by the sheer dint of his hard work has made his name? Is that not an outright insult to somebody's merit? Was it not an insult to that journalist who himself belongs to a backward caste reportedly, that he has the courage to go out and ask him and his Congress people are pounding him and he's shouting there and saying, Maro mat usko. Marna nahi hai. Whereas he himself is intimidating him, telling him, and that too after he realizes what his name is. Please tell me, Bansal Now, please tell me, who, sir, Kavindra Pratap Singh from Varanasi has been in police service for 35 years. He was awarded the President's Police Medal. He was invited at the Pran Pratishtha. Mahadev Gaikwad from Latur belongs to the Kaikadi community. He was there. Bidula Bai, 80-year-old lady who had given 20 rupees of her Shramdan and she was sitting there in front. Do you want me to give you more? Dilip Valmiki from Lucknow is the patron of the Temple and Park Committee. Arun Chaudhary from Palwal belongs to the Jat community. Took part in the freedom movement. Lingaraj Basavarajappa from Kalaburgi belongs to the Veerashaiva Lingayat community. Ramachandra Khardi, president of the Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram in Udaipur. Gurcharan Singh Gill from Jaipur, president of the Rashtriya Sikh Sangat. Krishna Mohan from Hardoi, provincial leader of the Awadh province, belongs to the Ravidasiya community. Please. Then 80-year-old rack picker Bidula Bai was invited for the No. I am asking you, sir, why does Mr. Rahul Gandhi not know these names, or does he deliberately omit these names? So is he performing his responsibility as a leader of the opposition responsibly, sir?
Let me Anandi, the names which you have just now you have been rattling out, or which you have been enumerating or mentioning, are these names being highlighted by the media at that point of time, Pran Pratishtha? Did it come to the notice of the general public?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm not media, sir. I'm not media at all. You are not on the right stand at all. This is not the most watched primetime show on English news channels across the country at all, and I am not highlighting it at all. 15% of the audience were the Shramjivis, people who helped build the temple. Did anybody ask their caste or did they respect their Shramdan? Please tell me, Vivek Bansalji, what is Mr. Rahul Gandhi up to on the streets of Uttar Pradesh? What does he want? What is his real intent, sir?
He's trying to send a message, particular message of the communal harmony.
What message?
Definitely, what is
when I pick you out and ask you what is your caste in the crowd and ask you what is your employer's caste out in the middle of the crowd, is that harmony, sir? Or if he is trying to separate OBCs, Jats, Adivasis and tribes and other communities and breaking them down based on their caste and their surname, is that bringing harmony among communities, or is it singling out certain people, sir? Is it othering on display or is it unifying on display, sir? Mr. Ajay Alok.
First of all, I would like to just inform you that this outrage has been there among the masses of this country. I mean, if a crown prince doesn't know that the Ram Lalla foundation stone was being laid by a Dalit, and that too way back in 2019 when he lost the election from Amethi, then I pity on him. What to say? Kameshwar Chaupal, a Dalit car sevak, that laid the first foundation piece of the Ram Lalla Mandir. I hope Vivek ji knows that. Now there's a question for you, Vivek ji. Who is Rahul Gandhi? How dare he ask the question like this? Is Rahul Gandhi an OBC? Is Rahul Gandhi an ST? Is Rahul Gandhi an SC? And Rahul Gandhi is not crorepati as per his income tax. Is Rahul Gandhi a Hindu? He is not even a Hindu. How could he ask this question? Who gave them this right to ask this question to a common man? Who is he? Who is he? He's not even a Hindu, even by the father's side or by mother's
You
side.
don't have
Prove
to,
me
Mr.
that he's
Alok.
Hindu.
You cannot give a,
Who is
you
Hindu?
cannot give
Rahul
a
Gandhi is not even a
certificate
Hindu.
that he's a Hindu
Why
or
is
not,
doing
or
it? He's
anybody for that
intentionally
matter.
doing it
You-
to insult the people of this country and to insult Hindu religion. He doesn't say this to, he doesn't say these things to
Ajay
the
Alok
Muslim
ji,
community.
Ajay Alok ji,
Then he says,
Ajay
no,
Alok
no,
ji.
no,
He's
no,
not
no.
a Hindu.
Ajay Alok ji.
How can you
No,
say
no,
that?
one minute, one minute, one minute, Ajay
How
Alok.
can you?
No, no,
on the
one
hand,
minute,
you
one
are-
minute.
you are
I will prove you.
representing
I will
people
prove you
that
he's not a Hindu.
he's
One minute,
asking
sir.
somebody's caste
One
and
minute,
all
sir.
the other, you are
One
saying-
minute, sir.
How can
One
you
minute,
say
sir.
that for
Vivek
him that
Bansal ji,
he's
it's
not a
good.
Hindu?
He has
Vivek
not
Bansal-
accepted Hindu religion. He's not a
You are going to
Hindu.
give us
Vivek
Even
Bansal
by
ji-
his father,
No, no, one minute.
father's religion
Vivek
or by
Bansal
his
ji-
mother's
Vivek
religion.
Bansal ji, I'm happy you are taking umbrage to Mr. Ajay Alok's comment. Mr. Ajay Alok, sir, it does not matter whether Mr. Rahul Gandhi is a Parsi, a Muslim, a Christian, a Hindu, whoever he is. He is who he has declared himself to be.
No, it does matter.
And that is the beauty of
It
our
does
country.
matter.
We accept people.
Anand, it does matter. It
No,
does
no,
matter.
sir. What is? No,
It
no,
does
no,
matter
sir. No,
because
sir.
I don't have
For
a
me,
courage.
for me, sir.
I don't
as
have a
long
courage.
as long as Mr.
I
Rahul
don't
Gandhi
have a
is a
courage.
citizen of this country, he has the right to speak his mind, but we have the right to ask him whether he is speaking his mind and what he is doing is right or wrong in the interest of the
You
country.
should ask him.
What his caste is, what he himself has declared. He has himself declared, Mr. Ajay Alok, that he is a Janayudhari Brahman. He has drawn his lineage from his grandmother's side,
That's a
and
false.
he has said that he has
That's
drawn his roots
absolutely
to
false,
Kashmiri
Mr. Anand. That's what I'm
and
telling
he
you. He's
stated
not
his
a
goal.
Janayudhari Brahman.
No, no.
He's a fraud Brahman
Sir,
claiming himself to be a Brahman.
Sir, you have the right to disagree, but Mr. Rahul Gandhi, that's the beauty of our country, has a right to claim whoever he is. No, my question, Mr. Vivek Bansal, is that he himself is a Janayudhari. So is he saying that because he is a Janayudhari, he is getting the pride of place within the Congress party? Or is he getting the pride of place because he merits it? Please answer this question, Mr. Vivek Bansal.
No.
Is Mr. Rahul Gandhi today saying that he is getting a pride of place within the Congress party because he is a Janayudhari or because of his merit?
Why he is holding that position or anything here?
Why, sir?
It is a
Why,
democracy.
sir, merit?
Why, sir? No. Why, sir?
As a leader, parties
No.
accepting him as a leader.
Why, Mr. Vivek Bansal? Mr. Rahul Gandhi can question somebody's caste and decide whether their caste matters or their merit doesn't matter. But he himself has said he's a Janayudhari Brahmin. So is he saying that he's got the pride of place within the Congress party and he's a crown prince because he's a Janayudhari Brahmin and not because he merits to be the crown prince?
There are so many
Please tell me,
things
sir.
I don't know.
We would like to believe. No. We would like to believe that Mr. Rahul Gandhi merits to be who he is. Merits to be an MP, merits to lead the charge against the government.
Yeah, in a
and it's on
democracy,
merit that he's doing.
leading-
But
he's
today
leading the party. He's being elected
he's
by the
trying to
people
make a
and he's
case that
coming
it should be
by
decided
virtue
by
of he's not
caste.
coming through the
It's being decided by
short
caste and not
route
merit,
of Rajya Sabha or
Mr.
anything.
Vivek
He's
Bansal.
coming by through
So
elections.
that's what I
He's
was
coming
trying to say, sir. So in his case, no. In his case, it is merit, but in everybody else's case, it's caste. Isn't that a
No,
little too
definitely
weak, sir?
people are
That's
definitely.
really difficult to
I
collect.
would not say that. I would not say that.
Ajay Alok ji.
I would not say that. People
Ajay
are
Alok ji,
people
that's
in
what I
this
was coming
beauty
to
of
say.
democracy.
Somebody
is
who declares
that people by
Anand
dint of their merit they rise to the higher levels and all. And by and large, say 60%, 70% of the
Anand
people in this
ji, Mr.
democracy.
Bansal, just a minute. Let me complete. It's
So,
not
sir,
a matter of democracy.
yes, Ajay.
It's a matter of autocracy within the family. That it's not a matter of democracy, but it is the autocracy which is running in the Congress since generations to generations. Since he happens to be a son of Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, so he's Rahul Gandhi, so he has to take the leader of the Congress. And there is no there's nothing democratic about it. Now, if I say it's not my belief.
So are you
I
trying to
believe
say
in
in his
the
case
Hindu
only
religion.
surname matters? Are you trying to say in his case surname matters,
Only
in every
surname
other
matters.
case
There's
surname
the whole
should not
country.
matter? So merit does not
in his
matter
case,
at
he's
all.
a privileged case. No, that's what he thinks. That's what this family thinks. They think this country to be their proprietary. They think this country is their fiefdom. They are not able to digest the fact that somebody from the
That, Mr.
downtrodden
Alok,
has come and become the Prime Minister of this
you may
country,
see that.
and
There
people
are
of this country love him.
Many who support Mr. Rahul Gandhi. There are many who support Mr. Rahul Gandhi who believes that
Of
he
course.
merits it. But today Mr.
Of course
Rahul
they will
Gandhi is
support.
making a case that only the caste
Of course.
decides whether
Of course, Rahul Gandhi is
you
being
should have
supported.
something or not something, not your merit. Yes, Ajay ji, please complete and then.
Yeah, what I'm telling you, it's not merit. There is no merit about it. What kind of a merit Rahul Gandhi has, we have all seen over the last 20 years. People have been trying to launch and relaunch him. But of course, the missile always backfires and it gets shattered. So there is no point talking about the merit of Rahul Gandhi and the grey area he possesses. Now when I say, and I say it very categorically, and I have said it many times, that he is not Hindu. He does it to insult the Hindu religion. He does it to insult the Sanatani. When I say he is not Hindu, I challenge Mr. Vivek Bansal, prove me how he is Hindu. I don't have the...
You are saying you are not a Hindu.
Pick up
I'm saying
a Muslim youth or any youth for religion and start asking me subclass. I don't have that courage. No one in this country can do this. He can do this. He can pick up any Hindu and he can say, "Tum OBC ho, batao. Tumhari Malik OBC hai, batao." Well, this kind of a nonsense we have seen it for the first time. How dare he? How could he? That man should have gone and lodged a complaint against Rahul Gandhi that what he did was an insult. He addressed him through his caste name.
It was so insightful.
Tum OBC ho, tum SC ho, tum ST ho. This is insult to
The
the whole
report that I've
community.
got right now.
And he can do it.
Mr. Bansal, the report that we got is that so insightful was his tonality that people around that journalist started hitting him and beating him, and Mr. Rahul Gandhi is on record trying to say, "Mat maro use, mat maro." So does he want anybody and everybody who he thinks should be beaten up should be beaten up? And he has the right in this country to pick up anybody and question them because of their surname or because he decides that he doesn't like them. Is that Nyay, sir? Because this is a Nyay Yatra, right? For the Congress party. Is that Nyay, sir? My final question. Vivek Bansal.
Mr. Anand, I've just seen the clipping of this and I'm not in a, you see, it may be in an isolation, what is the background to it, I am not in a position to comment much on that except for the fact that he has some misgivings on this issue and he was speaking out his mind. So out of anguish, he may have overshot. That's what I can say.
So anybody can speak anything. Anybody can speak. Mr. Rahul Gandhi can say anything to anybody on a public rally and then get away with it. Is that what you're saying? But that does not extend to everybody else.
Doing for the last 70 years.
Because everybody else will be then classified based on their caste, based on their background, based on who they are, and they will be identified, targeted,
no, definitely
and
not. Definitely not. He's not doing that.
Their merit, their hard work, their efforts don't matter at all. Sir, 10 crore people are there in Kashi, but he has branded Kashi's youth as drunkards and mobile addicts. So what is he trying to do? Sully the name of Kashi? Sully the name of the Kashi youth? Or trying to say that one person in his yatra represents the whole?
Definitely not. There
are many questions.
I would not like to comment on that. I would not like to, because the topic was, I was told was different.
I respect. That's the beauty.
Yeah.
That's the beauty, sir. The beauty of our country is, sir, we respect the other person's opinion. We don't disrespect them. That's what being Hindu is. That's what being a Hindustani is. There are many questions on the actions. Let the voter eventually decide who they want to teach a lesson and who they think are really working on mohabbat ki dukaan or mohabbat, and who are, in reality, I have just opened up a shop come the political season, ladies and gentlemen, whose dukaan it is and what dukaan it is all about. We're going to get a move on, ladies and gentlemen, and there's a reason why I'm in Kovai. Let's talk Tamil Nadu. Then the story shifts, the angle shifts, and I'm live here in Kovai. It's a beautiful city, amazing people, one of the most affordable cities in the country, mind you. So you must pay this place a visit. There are a lot of places to see in and around, be it temples, be it hill stations, be it factories, and of course Coimbatore itself. But it's also right in the heart of the Kongu belt. Kongu Nadu cuisine is very famous. The Gounders form a very strong backward caste community and perhaps a very, very strong voter base. In this region, 39 seats, Lok Sabha 2024. That's what sets up the story for the BJP, which, riding on the back of Annamalai's Yen Makkal Padayatra, is trying to make inroads and foray into what has been a Dravidian bastion or a bastion for Dravidian politics. Iconic parties for the last 4 to 5 years, driven by their faces, have had the share of the spoils, with the national parties paying a poor, distant second or perhaps a stepney. This time around, is the script going to change? That's the question that we ask. Let's go straight across to our guests. I have S.R. Shekharji with me here. Vanakkam, Namaskaram. He is the state treasurer of the BJP, an old hand with the party, working very closely with the state BJP president, Mr. Annamalai now. Sumansi Raman, political commentator with the now questioning the BJP, is with us. Kovai Satyan, spokesperson of the ADMK, is with us. Jagadishwaranji, spokesperson of the TVK, with us. And Rajavel Nagarajan, cephalogist, is also with us. I'm just going to check who all are through with us. Is Mr. Sumansi Raman? Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you, Anand.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And Kovai Satyanji is also with us. Namaste, Jai Hind. Mr. Kovai Satyan, is time around, is there a three-way fight or is the ADMK now finally going to come back into the NDA fold?
Yeah, good evening. Welcome to my city. I'm sorry I'm not there to host you in person. Probably tomorrow if time permits I'll host you there. And a small correction in your narrative.
I look forward to that.
Coimbatore is a bastion of AIADMK. It has given 10 out of 11 MLAs. And it has never been a bastion of DMK, which they are desperate to break it. So going forward, it's going to be a bipolar politics. And in this game, AIADMK is all set to make a comeback with a sweep. That is evident. Tamil Nadu being a swing door policy state, 2014, yes, we took the entire numbers of 38. 2019, it was DMK. Now the game is all set for AIADMK with the highest level of anti-incumbency by DMK. Yes, there are large noises from BJP, but definitely those noises will not turn out to be votes favoring them to get a candidate on board for the parliament. That is what the situation is, and that's what the ground reality is.
So a lot of noise but no traction. That's what Mr. Kovai Satyan is saying.
People are welcoming Annamalai. People are behind Annamalai, and they are receiving him with very encouraging poems and.
But Annamalai is not contesting Lok Sabha elections, no?
How do you know?
Oh,
what party says he has to do it? Maybe his personal wish. Party, he has to obey the party.
So one seat out of 39 is enough for the BJP? Is that what you're saying?
Normally, the psephologists and the political parties and press like you, media, they are calculating only on the last election statistics. In between, much water is flowing under the bridge. And people are expecting in Tamil Nadu change. The change after MGR, after Jayalalitha, everybody was expecting change. 96, Rajinikanth, he did not do anything. 2005, Vijaykanth, he did not do anything. But after that, when Annamalai entered into politics, it was a huge welcome. All walks of life, from also religion, all the religion. So the change, the people started realizing definitely he will do it. BJP is a party, the organizational strength is very powerful base. The political head we did not have in the past. Now he has fulfilled the vacancy and he is doing the expectation of the people. And as my friend Satyan said, bipolar, definitely bipolar with the BJP and DMK, not any others.
No, it's not. BJP and DMK and not AIADMK. So is
any others.
So then it becomes a multipolar contest. Sumansi Raman, what do you see happening in this fight for 39 seats? Do you see the ADMK and the BJP finding the importance of coming together? Do you see the BJP getting any traction for this N18L Padayatra that is nearly 200 days now, coming to its end now? The PM is expected on 27th at Palladam near Tirupur.
Anand, the BJP is going to increase its vote share in Tamil Nadu. It is not going to win anything. And as far as the AIADMK is concerned, they would significantly outpoll the BJP as far as these elections are concerned. The issue is the AIADMK never really wanted to leave the NDA. They were literally driven out by Mr. Annamalai. Everybody knows that. And in fact, the AIADMK leaders themselves are virtually on record as having said as much. And even now, the BJP High Command says the doors are open. So I think that, you have to read between the lines, or not even between the lines. It is so obvious that the BJP has decided to put one person's ambition ahead of what would have been in the ideal interest of the party. With the amount of anti-incumbency that we see on the ground against the ruling DMK government, the BJP, AIADMK combined, NDA combined with the PMK and the other parties could comfortably have won at least half a dozen, maybe even 10 seats in the Lok Sabha elections. Now that's not going to happen because the divided opposition vote is going to make it much easier for the DMK Congress combined to win the majority of seats, if not almost all the seats. So I think that for whatever reason, the BJP High Command either has been misled or led to believe by the social media hype that the party was going to get 20%, 25% vote share and so on. Whereas the honest answer, as Mr. Prashant Kishore also said, is somewhere between 8 and 12% is what is expected for the party. This is an improvement on the 3% that they were getting earlier. It's a big improvement.
Okay,
but it's nowhere near enough to win.
No, Terry. Correct. But in this case, then is it Annamalai himself, his own personal ambition, when he is on record, when he's spoken with us here at CNN News 18 to say he doesn't want the BJP to be a 5-seat party, he wants it to be a 50-seat party in the assembly, and he wants the BJP to also win Lok Sabha seats on its own merit. And he wants to grow the party. That's his point of view. Now, is that a personal ambition, Mr. Raebareily, or is that somewhere that even the powers that be or the central leadership of the BJP believes that they need to increase their footprint in the south, and that includes Tamil Nadu along with Kerala?
The first thing, BJP is no more a liability in Tamil Nadu. Okay, it was projected in such a way that BJP was always a liability in Tamil Nadu in whatever alliance, in whomsoever backs BJP in their alliance. It was considered as a liability. Okay, for the past 2 years, after Annamalai's arrival, the equation is completely changed. Okay, so we have to agree that, and even Sumant Sriraman sir also will agree, even Kovai Satyan will agree the same. At the same time, as Sumant sir said, there is a possibility for conversion. Okay, probably if this NDA, the same alliance partners would have continued this election, they would have turned almost 50 seats, 50% of seats, which is almost 20 seats they would have converted. But now the situation is completely different. AIADMK clearly declared themselves that they want to contest this election under their own alliance without BJP. And even BJP state president is very clear that he will obey the orders of high command, but at the same time he want to lead the party in a different way. He don't want to negotiate for the 5 seats, and he don't want to project BJP as one more liability in Tamil Nadu anymore. He declared it very well, because today he completed his 100th day of N18L. Almost he covered 220 constituencies for, I think so. So, as a cephalogist, we traveled across various parts of Tamil Nadu, and we were able to spot a huge spike in vote share of BJP. Not only in the strong fort of BJP like Kongu, also in south we see some good hike, especially in constituencies like Tenkasi, Tirunelveli, Sivagangai.
You have the experience of. Let me just interrupt you there. I'm asking you because you have the experience of working with other parties, also the core Tamil parties, if you were to say, the ADMK, AIDMK and the DMK. Is there a shift on ground? Do people have had enough of this so-called Dravidian politics, and do they want to change? How does Tamil Nadu vote when it comes to Lok Sabha? Does it gravitate towards a party that it's selected in the state, or is there a different equation? And then I'll bring in Mr.
2014
on that after you complete.
No,
yes,
that's what. See, when Kovai Satyan and as well as Sumant sir quoted about that 2014. See, 2014 is completely a different ball game. Okay, Jayalalitha straightly made a clear narrative that she asked people a simple question, whether they want to choose Modi or Lady. Okay, she made the clear narrative very clear. DMK was not at all in the game. Okay, so that's why people give a clear mandate to AIADMK. Again, when it comes to 2019, DMK made a clear narrative. It is anti-Modi. Okay, so that anti-Modi worked very well. But when it comes to 2024, the narrative of Tamil Nadu is not yet set. The ground is very clear. So far from 1967, the ground narrative of Tamil Nadu was only set by DMK. So we can even split the vote, complete voters of Tamil Nadu into 2 packets. One is those who support DMK, and another packet is those who oppose DMK, which is anti-DMK, which is ADMK so far. Now that anti-DMK vote share is shifting from ADMK to multiple parties. So we can see consistent growth of Nam Tamilar, which is projecting themselves as a Tamil nationalist party, which is growing from 1% to 7%, only with a single motto, anti-DMK. Okay, they are projecting themselves as they are against the Dravidian ideology. So, considering all these factors, Annamalai is also taking the same weapon against the Dravidian parties, and he is declaring both the Dravidian parties as something to eradicate from the Tamil soil. Okay, Whether people going to agree it or
Let's
not.
buy your logic. But you are only then echoing what Mr. Sumatraman said, that a divided opposition or a division of votes, which is so-called anti-DMK against over multiple parties who are not in an alliance, will only help the DMK's cause in these 39 seats with respect to Lok Sabha at the moment. Mr. Jagadishwaran.
Yep. Somebody was saying there is anti-incumbency for DMK. Yes, there is definitely anti-incumbency for DMK, but anti-Modi sentiment once again will triumph over anti-incumbency of DMK. I would say the results of 2019 is just going to repeat in Tamil Nadu. The results will be the same. The only thing is the vote percentage, the winning margin will be less for DMK this time, because as somebody else was putting, there is growth of Nam Tamilar and BJP. I would say they would definitely increase the vote share, but I would not put even for double digit. I would say somewhere between 7 and 8%. Nam Tamilar would go bit from 10 to 12%. ADMK would get somewhere between 18% to 20%, and I would say ADMK will go to fourth places, even places in constituencies like Thoothukudi and Kanyakumari. They will even go to the fourth place. Nam Tamilar will be the third. Will come to the third place. So the results will almost be the same. That's what I see. Because the anti-Modi sentiments is definitely there again. Once again, in the hearts of in the minds of people of Tamil Nadu. If the ADMK BJP combined would have, if that alliance would have been there, then they could have still given. I wouldn't say they would still win many seats. I would say they could have definitely given fight in at least 15 seats. Even now, if PMK is joining hands with ADMK, Dharmaburi might go for Anbumani Ramadas. It might, because this 1 year caste equations work very well for Edappadi Palaniswamy. Once again, this will happen, but we are still not sure PMK is going with BJP or ADMK, so we still have to wait for that. Other than that, I would say the results will be the same as of 2019. It will be again, once again. I mean, rest of India might be voting in a different pattern.
But you are also saying,
yeah.
But Tamil Nadu, anti-Modi sentiment is going to be greater than the anti-DMK sentiment, and vote gains for Nam Tamilar BJP, but vote share erosion for the ADMK. But overall, this will only help the DMK combine. Your thoughts, Mr. Shekhar, and then I'll bring in Kovai Satyanji back.
My friends here who all spoke now, they are talking about the past statistics and tabletop thinking. We are in the field. We know the pulse of the people. We read the pulse of the people. We surveyed the people. We seen the reaction of the people. It is not like 18 changed to 16 or 20. That was my friend's reaction for your questions now. I am telling, after Karunanidhi, there was a change, MGR. MGR was nothing. Totally turned Tamil Nadu in favor of him. Now, it is like dosa, one side completely, next side, totally 100%.
But totally 100%. But MGR
not
sir
5, 10. Yes.
MGR sir enjoyed a star value. That icon value that benefited both MGR sir and also Jayalalitha. I'm just saying, Kalagnar himself had an iconic.
We ourselves seen after MGR, where was Rajinikanth?
Does Annamalai have that same stature?
I am asking you.
Secondly, I am also asking you, sir, will Tamil Nadu actually vote rising above its own caste lines? Because all these belts are also driven by who holds sway in their caste lines, in their caste
People
community.
are expecting a change, massive change, waiting for the change. Why didn't Rajinikanth come up? Why didn't Vijaykanth come up? It is no star, no cinema. It is a person who performed. He performed as an IPS officer. He is a promising youngster. There is a very powerful organizational strength, ideological strength, and Modi's achievement strength behind BJP in Tamil Nadu. So we will all these statistics will become.
The argument is the anti-Modi sentiment is greater than the anti-DMK sentiment. Kovai Satyanji, please come in and say that the ADMK will lose.
One minute. There is no anti-Modi sentiment now. It is pro-Modi sentiment in Tamil Nadu. There is not at all anti-Modi. It was, again they are taking 2019 statistics. 2024 is totally different. All these people are not in the field. We are ground level field worker, reading the pulse of the people. That's what we are telling.
Okay, we'll see how that pulse behaves and who it gives a heart attack. But Kovai Satyanji, right now, the attrition is most with the AIDMK.
See, I don't want to quote history. Yes. Because the narrative from BJP is not clear to their own party minutes. then you can't expect people to understand the narrative. My friend Shekhar says people want change. Does it mean that people want to change in Modi's leadership or Modi's rule? That's how it will go to. So let's understand the famous quote from G.B. Shah. A rational man adapts himself to the world. An irrational man makes the world adapt to himself. Annamalai, projecting himself as an irrational person, questioning the Dravidian ideologies and trying to find a place in the political circle and arena in Tamil Nadu. And people will not accept him because he is irrational in politics and he is a newcomer and a new kid. That's what I say. All the noise created will not turn out into votes. The noise will be there and the noise will die down in the very next moment, the next day. It cannot convert into a narrative and it definitely cannot snowball into a strong political narrative for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. BJP nor DMK had put forward anything convincing so that the people of Tamil Nadu can relate and understand to vote for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. BJP, however strong they project, they will only be vote spoilers for DMK. History will say AIDMK had faced the elections all by themselves, wherein DMK, they have never gone on alone. They are banking on the ally. Now their ally is in doldrums. They are not in a comfort zone. They are not in a comfortable position. With highest level of anti-incumbency, people like Jagdishwaran might write out AIDMK saying that they end up in 82% of vote bank, which is laughable. In the assembly, we have crossed 33%.
Let's see.
So let's understand the narrative is clear.
Wise or wise? No. Yeah, wow, coming to Sumanji. So one second. Koi Satyanji, just one more question here. A lot of times, the dynamics in every state will be different locally in terms of caste, community, groupings, etc., political language, etc., messaging. But a lot of times it comes to a core sentiment. I want somebody to might up a fight against whom I don't have a vote, be it the ruling disposition or anybody. In this case, let's say the person or the party to challenge is the DMK. Will the voter not see who is it that who's got the gumption to at least stand up and fight? Is the AIDMK actually doing that? Because amongst all the analysis, one thing that comes out clearly is the maximum erosion in vote share will be for the AIDMK.
No, I beg to differ on that.
That's the overall net crux.
Anand, if that were to be the case, we wouldn't have got 50 lakh more members to the party as cadres. We wouldn't have grown from 1.5 crores to 2 crores. That 2 crores is almost 20% of Tamil Nadu population, 33% of the eligible voters in TN. So that's not an easy number which you can write it off. What you say is absolutely right. BJP as a national party will think national, but BJP Tamil Nadu unit has to think local and act local. Just by taking the media space by posing questions to DMK doesn't give the solution to the people who are on the ground. And the party which stays on the ground and there with the people, there with the voice of voiceless is AIDMK. With a series of protests that is happening on the ground, the narrative has changed long back. Just because the media space is limited for AIDMK doesn't mean that the entire political scenario of Tamil Nadu has changed. And it has been changing towards favoring BJP or whatsoever it is. Today, BJP, TN is definitely irrelevant.
On ground, even now, the only. So, on ground, you're saying the only party to challenge the DMK on ground, booth to booth, and also issue to issue, continues to be under Mr. Raebareily Palliswamy, the ADMK. Yes, Sumant Raman, and then Mr. Jagdishwar.
Yeah. Anand, I have just 2 points to make. One, everyone said the AIDMK would break up. All the leaders will run away. Half of them will go to the BJP. Some of them will go to the DMK. So far, virtually no leader of any consequence has left the AIDMK. That is something which you have to credit Mr. Edappadi Palniswamy for. He has held the party together. Second, yes, there was a period of about a year when he did not function very effectively as an opposition leader. And I think that many of us were very critical because Tamil Nadu needs a strong opposition. Over the last few weeks at least, we have seen him be a little more active and, trying to sort of take up programs and protests and so on. The point is, as far as the BJP is concerned, there is one fundamental issue. While they have made lots of noise, they have not followed up anything with any action. Mr. Annamalai is releasing DMK files periodically, putting out audio tapes which are 10 years old. Now, some of these tapes have been in public domain for 10 years. And who is supposed to investigate them in the last 10 years? It is the same CBI which comes under the central government, though you may say it is autonomous or whatever. It is a caged parrot. it needs to take action. Nothing has been done on 2G. Nothing has been done on dozens of cases. There is a telephone exchange case which is gathering dust, going on for years together. So who is Mr. Annamalai?
So you are saying that he is only hashing
DMK
out,
is a corrupt party.
hashing out.
No.
So
Anand,
you are saying he's hashing
Anand,
out old
my
wine in a
point
new
is
bottle. There's nothing.
The
There's a lot of
DMK,
noise.
when the AIADMK
Yeah.
was in power, one second, Anand. When the AIADMK was in power, the DMK took them to court on multiple issues. They took Mr. Edapadi Palaniswamy personally to court. They took Mr. S.P. Velumani, the strongman from Coimbatore, to court.
Yeah.
They filed case after case after case. Mr. Annamalai makes all these charges in press conferences and then moves on. Nothing happens. If he has got evidence,
But the
he
point
should
is,
back it up.
but the point is,
BJP
but the
should
point
go
is,
to court.
but the point is,
Not-
they
not
that
one case have they taken him to court.
No. Okay, now please yield, sir. Please yield. The fact is that the ADMK has also not taken up the cudgels and played the role of the opposition and given the DMK a run for its money in Tamil Nadu.
Agreed.
So the ADMK has also faltered there for 1.5 years is a long time. Wake up in the last 4 weeks is not enough. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that too late in the day that Mr. Palaniswamy is doing what he's doing? Mr. Jagadishwaran and then Rajabel. Yes, Mr. Jagadishwaran.
Mr. Sekhar was saying there is no anti-Modi sentiments. See, only because there is still anti-Modi sentiments, ADMK walked out of NDA alliance. That is the main reason. See, I see Edapadi's plan as a long-term plan which he wants to be in place for 2026 assembly elections. I don't think he cares much about this 2024 parliament elections. His plan is for 2026. He's just putting out the plan. So he doesn't want the ADMK to be a baggage even in 2024, so that the minority votes comes back to ADMK. Then that is the main reason. He comes out of and irrespective of so many calls right from Amit Shah to local leaders saying the alliance is still open. Edapadi Palaniswamy is putting it again and again saying no, we are not ready to go for an alliance with BJP anymore. It will be the same for 24 as well as 26 because there is anti-Modi sentiment which will again work in for this election. This will again work in favor of DMK, and that is why I would say, irrespective of the anti-incumbency, this anti-incumbency of DMK will definitely be shown in 2026 assembly elections. But for this 2024 parliament elections, this is again going to be favorable for DMK only.
Okay, 30 seconds. I'm over on the show already. Yes, Rajavel.
Yeah, I differ here. See, when we take the 2019 elections, even though as Mr. Shekhar sir quoted, we are talking only based on the history, I would like to place some points which is favorable to him also. When we take 2019, whatever the mandate given in Tamil Nadu, we cannot take it only for Modi. Okay, that was the anti-Modi sentiment, and that is the only narrative which DMK framed very clearly. But there was anti-incumbency of the Tamil Nadu government, which was ADMK government, which was leading Tamil Nadu from 2016 to 19. So if there is anti-incumbency which will reflect in this election which is against DMK, if we take that anti-incumbency into account, then automatically ADMK has to come forward and take the blame of 2019 elections results also. Okay, we cannot simply throw the ball. We cannot move the ball out of their court. Simply they cannot blame the partners. Okay, if it is 2019 for anti-Modi and anti-ADMK government, then this is going to be anti-Modi plus anti-DMK government. When it comes to 2024, there is a clear narrative here which is set by Annamalai. That is the difference. That's what I'm trying to convey. That's what I'm trying to convey. Anti-Modi wave is not like
we'll take this forward. We'll take this forward with the promise that we will do this again on Thursday. And we will do a test of the N18L Padayatra also, since that I'm here in Kovai. So let's do, because there is going to be a leg of it in Singanallur. We'll try and cover that and see if there's really any traction and what is the real mood on the ground. Thank you very much. YouTube watchers are saying that BJP can get up to 20% vote share in Lok Sabha 2024. We'll put that to test too. Thank you very much to all our viewers. Thank you very much. Winding up the right stand on that.
आने वाले समय में उत्तर प्रदेश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सफाया होगा। अंत भला तो सब भला।
क्या समझे? तो क्या माना जाए?
आप समझदार हो?
सर गठबंधन होगा,
शीट शेयरिंग को लेकर
होगा,
विवाद छिड़ा हुआ है।
कोई विवाद नहीं है, आपके सामने सब चीजें साफ हो जाएंगी बहुत जल्दी।
देखिए वो बन जाए और चाहे ना बने उससे भाजपा की सेहत पे कोई असर नहीं पड़ता है, लेकिन यह जो मेरे समझ में आ रहा है कि कांग्रेस के सरदार श्री राहुल गांधी जी चाहते हैं सपा समाप्तवादी पार्टी बने, और अगर सपा वालों को ये पता है कि उनकी पार्टी समाप्त हो रही है तो अखिलेश यादव जी भी ये चाहते हैं कि कांग्रेस मुक्त भी बने यूपी। तो दोनों एक दूसरे की मदद करने की सामर्थ्य नहीं रखते। दोनों दलों को मालूम है कि उनके प्रत्याशियों को इस बार जमानत बचाना मुश्किल हो जाएगा। फिर भी अगर वो गठबंधन करके लड़ते हैं तो अलग अलग लड़ते हैं तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी उनको धूल चटाएगी, कमल का फूल खिलाएगी और 80 के 80 सीटें जीत करके हम माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी को फिर एक बार देश के प्रधानमंत्री के पद की शपथ लेते हुए देखेंगे।
Sharon, my colleague, now joining us, getting us more details. Sharon, what's the latest that you've gathered from your sources within the Congress party? Because there was a lot of back and forth as far as how many seats they want, how many seats the Samajwadi party is willing to offer. We're given to understand anywhere between 16 to 18 is what the final decision is going to be on?
Well, that is right, Poonam. 16 to 18 is something that has in fact been decided by the Samajwadi party and Congress. And Samajwadi party is willing to give around 17 seats. Is what the sources have been suggesting. Now, the latest that we are getting to know is that 5 p.m. today, in all likelihood, the final list will be released by the Samajwadi party and Congress. There's a press conference that has been called by the Congress and Samajwadi party, a joint press conference, where the final list of will in fact be released is what the sources are saying. But you're right that there were in fact a lot of back and forth when it comes to a number of seats. Especially when it comes to Varanasi, there was a candidate that was already announced by the Samajwadi party. Now the sources, Congress sources have been suggesting is that that particular candidate will be taken back by the Samajwadi party, and Ajay Rai, the Congress Uttar Pradesh president, will in fact be fielded from there. He has always contested from that particular seat. On the other side, Hathras is something that will be given back to Samajwadi party. Last time Congress contested from here in exchange of Sitapur. So this time Congress in all likelihood will be contesting from Sitapur. Apart from that, Samajwadi party in Bulandshahr or Mathura, it will be Samajwadi party that will be contesting. So what really Congress party has conveyed to the Samajwadi party is that the seat sharing should be on the basis of caste equation on ground and previous vote share of both the parties. Accordingly, the winnability quotient should be the priority, and accordingly, that is how the seat sharing should be done. So, like Akhilesh Yadav said, Ant Bhala to Sab Bhala, it looks like at 5 p.m. Final list will be released by Samajwadi party and Congress.
What happens to the seat of Varanasi then, Sharon? Because that's where the conflict is as well. The UP Congress chief wants it for himself. The Samajwadi party has already declared it. Will they backtrack on that?
Well, that is what the sources have been saying, that there was in fact pressure that was put in by Congress party or Samajwadi party over their announcement of the Varanasi candidate. It has in fact been told to Samajwadi party that they need to take back this particular candidate because Ajay Rai, who has always been contesting from that particular seat, will be willing to continue in that contesting from that particular seat. So we, of course, all these have in fact been conveyed by the
employment opportunities for the youth.
News is meaningless till you unlock its core. At the core is the crux.
I think this is the reason behind it.
Watch Crux of the Matter to stay informed with me, Rahul Shivshankar.
Co-presented by.
And it seems a consensus has reached, but a final picture as to what all has been agreed by the both sides will be clear at 5 p.m. when a final list in all likelihood will be released.
We'll come back to you then when those details come out. For the moment though, Sharon, thank you so much for getting us the latest. After days of speculation, Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav confirmed that the alliance with the Congress, there's all is well ahead of the 2024 elections. There's absolutely no issues. Ant Bhala to Sab Bhala is what Akhilesh Yadav came out and said today. The party convener said that Congress's alliance with the Congress, there is absolutely no problem. Seat sharing talks are going on. Remember, there were questions that were raised over the alliance after Jayant Chaudhary left the India bloc, joined the NDA, following which Akhilesh Yadav didn't join Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra. We also saw that Akhilesh Yadav's party announced at least 3 lists of candidates ahead of the 2024 elections, even as the Congress kept claiming that negotiations are still on. Sources are now telling us that Samajwadi Party is yet to take back its candidate from Varanasi, and Uttar Pradesh Congress President Ajay Rai is going to be contesting from that seat instead. On the other hand, SP says that they shall be given Hathras in exchange.
आने वाले समय में उत्तर प्रदेश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सफाया होगा। अंत भला तो सब भला।
क्या समझे? तो क्या माना जाए?
आप समझदार हो?
गठबंधन होगा,
शीट शेयरिंग को लेकर
होगा।
विवाद छिड़ा हुआ है।
कोई विवाद नहीं है। आपके सामने सब चीजें साफ हो जाएंगी बहुत जल्दी।
देखिए, वो बन जाए और चाहे ना बने, उससे भाजपा की सेहत पे कोई असर नहीं पड़ता है। लेकिन यह जो मेरे समझ में आ रहा है कि कांग्रेस के सरदार श्री राहुल गांधी जी चाहते हैं सपा समाप्तवादी पार्टी बने, और अगर सपा वालों को ये पता है कि उनकी पार्टी समाप्त हो रही है, तो अखिलेश यादव जी भी ये चाहते हैं कि कांग्रेस मुक्त भी बने यूपी। तो दोनों एक दूसरे की मदद करने की सामर्थ्य नहीं रखते। दोनों दलों
Hello and welcome to Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra continues along Uttar Pradesh, while in Amethi and Raebareily, Mr. Gandhi blasted a news reporter who asked him a question by asking him what his caste was and what his owner's name and caste were. Now, Mr. Gandhi was trying to drive home a familiar theme that mainstream representation of OBCs, Dalits and other backwards is minimal. And to start doing this, India needs a caste census. He also castigated the Mandir inauguration ceremony, saying there were hardly any OBCs there for the ceremony. But this is an idea